Hi and welcome to Jillies Nails. Today we are reviewing the September Mani by Me box. My affiliate code for Maniology is Jillie10. Please use that if you purchase anything from Maniology because it helps me pay for things for this channel. This is the card that came in the box. Did not love this Mani. She's really been killing it the last couple months, but this one was a no for me. I didn't really like that one. Not that she doesn't do great work or anything like that, just not my particular style. The first color in the box is called Doom. It is a beautiful cream orange color that has gold shimmers through it. It is absolutely stunning. It is beautiful. It's a little bit of a, how do I put this? It's almost got like a little bit of a pinky undertone or a peach undertone to it. So that when you stamp it, I don't know how to explain it other than it's just got a little funny undertone to it. It's different than like a road cone orange. It's a little bit different. I don't know if it's because of the sparkle or the shimmer that's in it, the gold shimmer that runs through it, but it's beautiful. This might be my new favorite orange. I absolutely love this color. Wait till you see how it stamps. Just wait. It's coming up soon. I promise. So that was what it looked like in 2 coats just on the nail. Do note that it did take 2 coats to cover that completely for the nail. It was a little bit streaky without it. However, when it comes to stamping, which I cheated and got these a little out of order, the plates are coming up, I promise. But it picks up well, and then look at how awesome this stamps. I'm sorry, I have my old skanky stamper that is the result of an acetone spilling incident. Look at that. See, it almost looks kind of peachy, pinky orange over the white, but over the black, it is this beautiful goldish orange color. It's stunning. Gloom is also beautiful and stamps very well. My only thing to say about this, it's a creme and it has some gold shimmer in it also, so it's beautiful all the way around. The only thing with this one that I did notice when applying it like this, painting it onto nails, and this happened on the swatch and it happened when I was painting my own nails, if you're not careful and you get a little too brush strokey, you can lift some of the color back out right there. See how it turned a little bit pink? It did the same thing on my natural nails. So you have to be careful not to drag your brush through that color a lot, or it will lift off some of the darker shades. It did take 2 full coats, and I'm a little disappointed in that because look at that color. It's such a deep, dark, and rich color that you would think it would be a 1 coater, but when I applied it to the nail, it was not. It was a little bit patchy and a little bit streaky, but again, I'm not sure if that's from the polish itself or me dragging the brush through it. So it could have just been I lifted it back up a little bit. Being honest, could have been my boo-boo, but it is something I noticed, so it's something to be watchful of if you're using that color. And I thought this stamped beautifully too. And of course, you can't see it that well over the black, but I'm going to show you close up here in a second on the stamps too. They're beautiful. Look at it. I mean, and I think this is the first time Maniology's done like an orange and purple with their Halloween boxes. They've always done different colors, so I'm glad they finally did it. Now, if you look on this purple one on the top, see, you can see the gold a little bit more than the purple, so you can see it over black. It's just not as great as that orange. Look at that orange. It's freaking phenomenal. Okay, this is the 3rd time I've recorded this section, so I may talk a little bit fast because I want to get it all in. I love the bottom row of this. I love the upper right-hand corner. The middle and the top left, I didn't love it, and I couldn't figure out why. It was making me feel a little anxious and kind of overwhelmed, and it's because I realized that these are all really advanced stamps on here. Like, you would have to reverse stamp these or do layered stamping. There's a lot to this, and it can be a little bit overwhelming, so I ended up using some of them, and I liked it fine when I used it, but they're not my favorite. This plate, if I were out shopping, I would not buy this. The big thing in the middle, I don't like. I don't mind the images down the outside edge and a couple individual images, but that big quilt looking thing in the middle, it just looks like it would be really difficult to pull the individual designs out, and I don't know. I just don't love it, and I wouldn't spend my money if I don't love it. So the next thing in the box, the bonus item, is this chrome powder called Wicked. First, I think it's very beautiful. It reminds me of the Wizard of Oz. All I want to do is sing one short day in the Emerald City. because I love this. I think it's very lovely. And if you look, I'm just trying it out on this paper here because it's a black paper, so it should show the color pretty well. I was going a little easy on it though. So you see, once I actually started rubbing in the color, it's very beautiful. And Maniology, I will tell you this, makes great powders, but I think they're overpriced. I'll get into that a little bit more in a second because I want to explain what's going on here. This is the first time I ever tried chrome powders just as an application on top of regular polish. You do need something sticky. So I was showing you no sticky versus having something a little bit tackier sticky. Like the Maniology sticky coat, that's fine. This is a Orly Bonder base coat. It's a little bit sticky. And I did see on several videos people say use your finger, and they are right. It works much better with your finger than with the silicone applicator. Now this one's going to come out a little bit streaky, but you'll see later in the video I do a better job at it. This is the first time I tried it, so I wanted to color swatch and see. I think that it's kind of splotchy and looks almost like a crackle paint because maybe the polish wasn't quite even. Like maybe I had it thinner in some places and heavier in others. So parts of it dried faster than others. And I also noticed that kind of a pat and then buff motion helped really make that look sparkly and shiny. I did see Guyleen325. She stamped this in her review and it was beautiful as a stamped pigment as well. It looked really pretty. So definitely something to check out. I love this. I think it is the perfect, like I get Wizard of Oz all up in my heart looking at this color. It just really reminds me of the Emerald City. I love it. I think it's beautiful. But say that to say, I think Maniology's powders are overpriced. You can go on to Amazon or any other place like that and you can find 18 pots of chrome powder for $15, whereas Maniology sells theirs one for $10. That's very overpriced to me. Now, I don't know if there's an ingredient difference. You know, for all I know, I'm using, I don't know, rare tree bark crushed up on my nails and endangering the last species on the planet. I don't know. But I do not see how they can justify $10 for one little, it's like the size of a quarter if you're American. So it's maybe about an inch diameter, like an inch fully diameter around. And it's halfway full because it's based on weight. So to me, for that is very expensive. I just, like, it makes me clench my butt. It really does. Like, it just, I call it the stick it with the sausage price. If something's stupidly priced, I say stick it with the sausage because somebody tried to sell me a roll of sausage one time for $8 and I almost lost my mind in the middle of Kroger. It's a story. Anyway, so, like, to me, their chrome powders are overpriced, but they are always beautiful. They do work well. I've never had a problem out of them, but I also haven't had a problems out of the cheap ones that I got on Amazon either. So I don't know. You do what you feel is best for your budget. I clench my butt. So I am going to go through and I'm kind of challenging myself on this design to do some of the images that were not my favorite on the plate. To see if I could come up with something that I liked for Halloween. If you've been on this channel for the last 2 years, you know that I launched my channel on October 1st, 2 years ago, so that I could do 31 days of Halloween. And I literally posted a video every single day for the month of October. They're all still in there if you want to go look at them. Some of them are awful because they were my first videos. And some of them, the camera's awful. We have the old school cat quakes in them. If anybody's been around long enough to remember cat quakes. That was Knox. We lost Knox a couple months ago. I don't think I told anybody. Our kitty Knox. She actually died right after Memorial Day, but she was the guilty party in the cat quake. She would come along through the nail room and she would always like boop her head up against the tripod and make my camera shake. So I thought they were funny and put them in videos as cat quakes. So there's probably still cat quakes in there. But so there's a lot of old school, like when I very first started, you know, things weren't, you know, it's hard. Being a YouTuber is hard work. And sometimes crap happens. Like you look up and go, oh, great, I just painted 5 nails and my hand was out of frame. You know, and you have to do it over or just say, I don't care today. Let it go. So some of my very first videos are in there. I would actually challenge you to find anybody except for maybe Robin Moses. She might have more Halloween nail art than me, but I don't know of anybody else on YouTube who has put up as much Halloween nail art as me, especially in just in 2 years. So I'm kind of proud of that. It's my favorite holiday. I love it. I love to do it. I don't know if I've ever showed this trick. I'm using the Orly Bonder to let those little decals stick down. But you know, if you can't see through the back of your stamper, just pop it out. You can stamp it down, and you can see through it because it's clear. So if you're ever like, oh, I really can't see this and I need to see it, but there's stampers cloudy on the back or something like that, or if you have the great acetone spill of 2020, that was bad. That was a nightmare. If that happens, you know, just pop the stamper out and stamp with it. It's great that way. Now this powder is also from Maniology, and it's beautiful. It shifts from this gorgeous dark blue to dark purple. So I thought it would be the perfect background to put the little Halloween pumpkin guy on. So that's what we're going to do for him. And please take note of my middle finger. No, that's not intentional dry brushing. That's where I top coated the black nail and didn't notice that it got polish on my polish, and I painted black onto the wrong nail. There were words said that are not safe for work. I was not amused. But with Halloween, that's the good thing about it, is you can have a happy little accident. Love you, Bob Ross. And turn it into something that still looks okay. I don't love it. I'm very pouty about it, but it is what it is. And I was not painting it over, because this video already took me like 6 hours to record because I had to keep breaking it up. So I'm just kind of going through putting all these down. I've used Orly Bonder to make everything sticky because the decals dried for about 4 hours. I had to film some of this on my lunch break. It was a thing. And I noticed in Maniology forums the other day, somebody was asking about these lettering plates. So I grabbed this one from Clear Jelly Stamper because I want to put the word Halloween across my nails. And my nails are kind of short right now, so I couldn't really do it the way I wanted to. I had to improvise a little bit, and then I have the black smudge of doom in the middle of my middle finger. So I had to kind of come up with something different on the fly. But I love how I'm able to do this because the sizes on these alphabet plates, the ones from Clear Jelly Stamper in particular, I believe Lantern and Wren has some like this as well. And Uber Chic, I think, has a couple. But they have different sizes of the fonts. And I really like that because if you want to do a big letter like an initial or your school, you know, like BHS or whatever, then that way you can do the big bold letters, but this also gives you little tiny letters. I did a manicure for Chicago, the musical, a while back. I'll try to remember to tag it through here. But you should look for it. It's really freaking cool. And quite frankly, it didn't get a lot of views, which irked me because I thought it was awesome. So if you like the musical Chicago, go look for that video. It's really cool. But I used that same plate to make the letters, you know, spell out Chicago across my nails. And then I used little tiny beads and made it look like the bulbs in a theater, you know, like theater letter bulbs. And some of them were missing so that there was no light showing there. It was really cool. But I made it all say Halloween. One of my E's smeared and it looked like a ghost, so I left it because I thought it was another happy accident. Really cute. I put a spider on there with it to kind of help out that middle nail a little bit. But I'm curious what you think. What did you think about this box? What do you think about the plates? Because they are very different. Maniology does do a good job of being different. So I'm very curious to know what you think. I appreciate you being here. And don't forget to go check out that Chicago video. I'll link it right here at the end, in fact. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Bye-bye.